In this video, I'd like to talk about TLS, or Transport Layer Security. So Transport Layer Security is a way that a client and a server can set up a symmetric key encryption using asymmetric encryption. That sounds kind of confusing, but hopefully, as we go through some of these, as we talk about this further, it will make more sense. So TLS begins with a handshake, and this handshake takes place between a client and a server. And typically what this will be is a client will be trying to connect to a server of typically a company that wants to have its have the session encrypted. So it might be someone logging into their bank account. So what will happen is the client will send a message to the server called the client hello. And this client hello will contain a random number called the client secret. What else will also be in here is it will establish some security capabilities. So these will include the protocol version, the cipher suite, compression methods, and a session ID. The client will have a list of these security options that it will want the server to support. And the server will look at the ones that it supports and then pick one that matches and will send back the server hello. The server hello will contain a large random number called the server secret as well. It will also verify the identity of the server by sending over its certificate. That way we can prevent man-in-the-middle attacks. As the client's connecting to the server, we know that we're actually hitting the server and not a hacker in the middle trying to steal bank account information. So next we have the client key exchange. So what the client will do is it will send over its certificate identifying itself, so that the server knows that it's not receiving something from a man-in-the-middle attack as well. Then the client is going to send its pre-master secret, and the pre-master secret is another large randomly generated number that is going to be used to calculate the symmetric key. So at this point, both the client and the server have the pre-master secret, and they've got each other's certificates. So they have everything they need to generate the symmetric key. So they go ahead and generate the symmetric key, and the client will send a message to the server encrypted in the symmetric key. The server will read that message and then will retransmit it to the client encrypted with the symmetric key as well. And if the client gets back the same message that it received, then it knows that the connection is secure and that everything went the way it should have gone. And if it didn't, then something went wrong along the way. So the method that we talked about for this is the RSA model. There's a Diffie-Hellman model that's slightly different. It's similar in many regards. So in the Diffie-Hellman, the client will send a large random number to the server as the client secret, and the server will send back a server secret as well. Then the server is going to send its certificates, and it's also going to send the Diffie-Hellman parameters that it needs. So it will send back the random client, the random server, and then the large random primes, G and P, which are used in Diffie-Hellman, and its server Diffie-Hellman parameter. Then the client's going to send over its Diffie-Hellman parameter, at which point both sides are going to generate their symmetric key. It should be the same symmetric key on both sides. The client will send a message to the server. The server will decrypt it, re-encrypt it, and send it back. And at that point, traffic can exist between the client and the server, which we know to be secure. So there are some alternative forms of which are used in this quite commonly. Ephemeral Diffie-Hellman, which is marked as DHE-RSA, is one of them. A faster version is the elliptic curve Diffie-Hellman, which is marked as EC-DHE. If we're looking at any Diffie-Hellman or any TLS certificate encodings. So I hope that this has been helpful. Thanks for watching.